As we celebrate Black History Month, we honor a Piedmont war hero whose service to our country is now part of the blockbuster Netflix film, The 688.
It tells the story of the only predominantly black women's Army Corps unit to serve overseas during World War II. And a woman from Elkin was part of it. Her family tells Natalie Wilson not only did she break barriers, she was part of breaking records.
Nope, let me back up a little bit more.
When he's, right there, yeah.
They've watched the movie so many times.
You want to see your Gigi dance?
She can dance.
They know exactly where to find the scenes that make them laugh and the ones that make them cry. Tyler Perry's film, The 688, is History Meets Hollywood, bringing global attention to a true story many had never heard of until now.
I am Captain Charity Adams. Welcome to the Women's Army Corps.
But for the 3 generations of family members you see here, this film represents a family matriarch and the more than 800 women of color she served with during World War II, finally getting the recognition they deserve.
It's just still surreal that it's all happening. Oh, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled it's gotten the recognition that it has.
I am so glad that the world is starting to know the history of the 688 and to know the history of my mother as well, as far as what she did.
Their mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother is Elizabeth Bernice Barker Johnson, a North Carolinian with ties to the Piedmont who served in the 688 Central Postal Directory Battalion, the only black and women of color U.S. Women's Army Corps unit deployed overseas in World War II. Actress Kylie Jefferson portrays her in the Netflix film under a slightly different character name of Bernice Baker.
The one dancing right there, she's portraying Gigi. I think she did an awesome job. And now that I know that my mother liked the jitterbug, it just makes it that much more special to see that.
From lighthearted moments like those to the ones that can be tough to watch, they appreciate how the film is reaching a new audience and highlighting how these women had to complete what seemed like an impossible assignment once in England. Get years worth of backlog mail back on track for soldiers and their families. An extremely complicated task they were given just 6 months to complete. I interviewed Ms. Johnson about this in 2019.
We had mail stacked up. It was pitiful. And I said, I just can't believe this. Some of the soldiers said they had not received mail for 6 months. And it was because they kept moving them from one place to another, or it was improperly dressed, or they didn't have the serial number on it.
They worked in less than favorable conditions.
The ship ride over, my mother talked about that, how rough it was. When they got to King Edward's School, that was a mess. That was true.
Yet the women remained diligent, strategizing to work in 3 8-hour shifts 7 days a week.
Sometimes we work as late as 11, 12 o'clock at night, but we had to get it done.
And they did, sorting more than 17 million pieces of mail, not in 6 months, but in 3. And that's not including the years of backlogged mail they got on track in less than 6 months in France.
It was hard. I'm not going to tell anybody it was easy. It was not. But I said the people out there on the front line, they're having a harder time than we are. And sometimes we could even hear those bombs falling.
It was work worthy of a hero's welcome home.
And I'm not bragging, but I feel like I did a good job. If you could have seen that mail room, all the mail backed up for the number of years it had been backed up.
They were sent there to fail, and they proved them wrong.
But a celebration didn't happen. Instead, they went on with their lives, many rarely mentioning their major accomplishment in service to their country.
She's like the other ladies. They did not talk about being in the war.
Now, you just heard from Miss Johnson's daughter, Cynthia. Natalie will share how she eventually learned of her mother's past, how the GI Bill helped Miss Johnson become a beloved educator, and the one thing that caused her story to go viral when she was in her 90s, her late 90s. Join us for that part of her story in this newscast tomorrow.